I certainly recognize the importance of the conventional approach to organizational communication, communication within organizations based on an informational view of communication. But I'm trying to push us to a deeper, more sophisticated understanding of organizational communication. Organizations as communication based on a constitutive view of communication. The point then is that a constitutive view of organizations as communication enables us to question and investigate key organizational realities, not just accept them as given. We can question the existence of the organization, its structure, its forms of power, its guiding assumptions, its norms of operations, and so on. If these organizational features are not natural, but rather came into existence through specific communication processes, then we can examine the implications of those communication processes and explore ways of communicating that lead to more favorable organizational outcomes for more people. We can examine, for example, how certain patterns of interaction give rise to norms of conflict resolution, or how the taken for granted values of a particular industry or sector shape the practice of leadership, or how interpersonal dynamics affect the success of an organizational change initiative. We can look at how certain views of masculinity or femininity are connected to communication practices, or how our very identities are often created and sustained through organizational communication. We can uncover hidden forms of power and control that are embedded within communication processes. We can explore ways to make organizations more equitable and representative by surfacing alternative voices. We can figure out how to make organizations more productive, adaptive, and responsive through organizational communication that encourages innovation and collaboration. Whatever the case, a constitutive view of organizations as communication provides a much stronger explanatory framework to understand the complexities of organizing and communicating. What I'm advocating, therefore, is a communicative approach to our understanding of organizations. Organizational communication is all about taking a communication perspective to the study of organizations, exploring organizations through the lens of communication. Communication is not the thing to be explained. Communication actually provides an explanatory framework from which to understand the complexities of organizational life. Of course, our natural tendency is to relapse back to the conventional view, the container metaphor, communication within organizations, because it seems simple and intuitive from a limited perspective. But I'm trying to push us towards a deeper understanding, a perspective that better accounts for the complexities of organizing and human interaction. So what is organizational communication? And what are we doing when we study organizational communication? Communication is quote-unquote organizational, not just because it happens within organizations, but rather because it coordinates the activities and interpretations of multiple people into an organized, recognizable form and sustains or alters this form for subsequent collective action. To study organizational communication, therefore, is to study the fundamental social processes that create and sustain the dominant structures of our society.